Today we're checking out some more Star Trek Deep Space Nine Season 1.
Never seen anything like that.
I keep wanting to call her Ro.
For the woman?
She was dead. The tricorder clearly showed.
Ah, yes, well, tricorder. Very accurate with live people, not so accurate with dead ones. We learned that first year medical school.
Is that so?
I just seem to have a talent, I suppose. A vision that sees past the obvious, round the mundane. Fate has granted me a gift, Major.
Oh, wow.
I feel privileged to be in your presence.
I'm glad to have you
Right.
along.
Did anyone ever tell you that you're
Priority 1 broadband.
I wonder if he'll ever get a little humbled.
Its aft structural integrity field is failing. This is the Federation ship Rio Grande.
They're in a
We're on
ship.
our
They're
way.
not on DS9. They're in a shuttle. They went somewhere and did something medical, and he did something miraculous. Okay.
O2 pressure's dropping rapidly. Toxic gas levels are rising.
Oh.
We've got no more than 10 minutes breathing time left in here.
They really should have helmets.
Relax. I'm a doctor.
Best doctor in the universe.
Another life form.
Bad guy?
No. Don't open that.
Listen to her.
Wait, don't go in there. He's dangerous.
How dangerous?
His synaptic field is dissipating. I can't get a neural reading. I have to get him to the emergency unit on the runabout.
Immediately. Oh, this music gave me shivers. They made a point of telling us that the tricorders don't always get it right when someone is dead. I didn't know that. I feel like that's important information. There she is. So tiny. I like this part with the French horn. French horn is so underrated. Right. What up here? What up here with this passenger? Did they bring that other guy's body on board? Because maybe he's not really dead.
I'm Dr. Julian Bashir.
Taikajada, Kobliat Security.
Kobliet?
Where's Vantika?
Your prisoner, he's dead.
You're certain?
Is
Yes, you were the only survivor.
he? Not certain.
Quite certain. It's been sealed in here ever since our arrival.
Are we sure it's the same body?
He's faked his death more times than I can tell you.
Huh?
And the last time someone thought he was dead, they didn't live to regret the mistake. Who killed others to prolong his own life? I've tracked him for 20 years.
She really wants to make sure he's dead.
He's performing an autopsy. I want his identity confirmed with a DNA reference scan.
Of course.
Something tells me that's not him. Meanwhile, at Quark's.
Iced rotticino, extra cream.
Oh, I could go for one of those.
Your service, day or night.
Thanks.
She could have anyone she wants on this ship. They all love her.
You're deluding yourself.
There's nothing wrong with a good delusion. I sell them upstairs to dozens of people every day. There is something in her eyes when she looks at me.
An allergic reaction, no doubt.
These two.
As hard as it may be for you to understand, some of us like company.
It'll never happen, Quark.
Is there a Duridium shipment coming here?
I'm watching you, Quark.
And I'm watching you, Jadzia.
They are watching each other. Oh, he's watching her. Yeah, no, he is watching her. Duridium. Is that like dilithium crystal?
Would appreciate it. It took me 3 weeks to get here, and I'd hate to think it was for nothing.
How far out there are they? Are they the farthest space station? Deep space.
The Federation's been working to supply them with duridium, but it's so scarce that some of the Kobliat have gone underground to get it.
So he was coming here.
To steal it? Yeah.
I don't think anything's going to convince her he's dead, Commander.
Yeah.
Vantika has been the focus of Kajada's attention for most of her adult life.
She's obsessed.
I'm more concerned that Vantika might have had help here waiting to hijack the ship.
Mr. Primmon, good, in my office. I want to brief you on a security issue that's arisen.
I'm suspicious of this guy.
That's okay, Major. I'll fill him in later on anything he needs to know.
I don't know. He, just appears out of nowhere, suspiciously interested in the duridium. I don't know.
I'm sure almost everyone knows about the shipment by now. Odo was probably making sure that Quark knows we know he knows.
If you want my opinion,
Actually, I don't.
Oh,
You don't have to forget what you learned at the Academy. You just don't throw it in anyone's face here. If you're really smart, you might even learn a few new things about station security from our constable.
wow. Showed him who's boss. Humbled him.
You and Odo ought to have a talk with Kajada, the Kobliat security officer who arrived yesterday.
Yeah. I like him. He's very diplomatic. He's in charge, but he's like, but this is a Bajoran ship. Let's respect that. I like that.
listen, I know this is your bailiwick. I don't mean to be throwing my weight around.
Okay, I like him now.
No hard feelings.
That's very nice. All right, now we're Star Trek and working together.
I assure you I've taken every precaution regarding the shipment. If you have any suggestions, I'd be happy to hear them. What?
Database service is not available. They've been hacked.
Oh, it's possible. Vantica did the exact same thing on Rigel 7.
Oh, it's that guy? Wow. Well, what guy? Which body is he in? Commercial break. Can he hop bodies? But maybe it's her.
But you would never consider locking out the active memory of your entire system.
It would make it impossible to use the computers at all.
So that's where you're vulnerable.
Maybe he doesn't even have a body.
It would be attached to a secondary system, something that runs throughout the entire facility but isn't covered by security.
Security to love.
Vantica undoubtedly equipped the shunt with an auto-destruct system.
You know that, for certain.
Or it's her.
He used prisoners for his illegal experiments in cellular longevity.
Maybe he jumped into her body.
I'm not sure what that plan was, but I'm convinced it succeeded.
Doctor,
He's not convinced.
we will operate under the assumption that Vantica is alive.
All right. I'm not sure what's going on here, but something's amiss. I want to see Odo turn into something.
What's on your mind?
My resignation.
Why?
I've noticed that constable. Very cute.
It's an expression of affection. I believe Major Kira was...
I don't need anyone's affection.
He's really mad.
No Starfleet officer can do the job you do. The Starfleet is not going to take command of a station without assigning some security to protect its interests.
You must work together.
The two of you have to find a way to get along.
Tell him that.
I already have.
He apologized to, man. Don't get so upset.
Who's in charge?
In joint operations like this one, you are.
Okay.
I could live with that arrangement.
That's what he wanted to hear.
No anomalous readings, but I did notice one odd thing.
What's that?
Someone tried to break into the ship's cargo bay.
Since it's been docked?
Oh.
This, maybe. I found it in Ventika's personal belongings.
What is it?
A map of the humanoid brain.
What? Of the humanoid brain? Okay, this is weird.
Just can't find good help anymore.
So after they close, he just wanders around and looks for... Oh!
I told you to expect me at this hour.
Yes.
This whisper is freaking me out, though.
I was told you were dead.
Almost, but not quite.
Show the face, show the face. Sounds like a dude.
I have the DNA scan results. I thought you might like to see them. In fact, I tried to call you last night, but you never responded to the comm.
She was busy with the Ferengi guy.
That was particularly bad, so
I think it's her.
used an alpha wave inducer to help me.
We should be careful with those.
Maybe she's the prisoner all along.
It's definitely not a clone. Positive identification, Reo Vantica.
They must have overlooked something.
She doesn't believe it.
Yes, Jadzia.
I need some medical advice. Can you come to my lab?
I'll be right there. Bashir out.
He would do anything for her.
The body dies, the consciousness lives on.
In another brain. Well, the closest thing I've encountered is synaptic pattern displacement, but that's never been done by a non-Vulcan.
I miss the Vulcans.
Vantica's consciousness could be occupying someone else's brain while he waits for the Duridium to arrive.
Like the girl? Like the girl?
They're both Kobliad. What better place to hide than in the mind of your worst enemy?
Ugh.
If Vatica's controlling her, why would he call attention to himself?
We're not suggesting he's controlling her.
Maybe she's not aware of it.
There's no reason to believe she'd even be aware of his presence.
Like a stowaway on a ship. The pilot's at the helm, but someone else is along for the ride.
The passenger.
Why don't I just set the computer to track her movements and alert us if she goes near a secured area?
He's so annoyed.
She has to be left out of our security plans.
She won't like that.
I'm afraid we have no choice.
What do we tell her?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, are they gonna tell her?
I've been denied access. Why?
You don't want to know.
Fool are you?
My own special variety.
The only one here who has experience with Vantica.
She believes what she's saying.
When is the shipment scheduled to arrive?
I can't give you that information.
What about this Ferengi?
I feel like maybe they should tell her.
What about him?
From what I understand, he has his hands into everything around here. Is he under surveillance?
She's gonna go ask Quark.
Because he's exactly the kind that Vantica would use in his plans.
Little does she know, he's actually hiding in her brain. That's freaky.
When do we get paid? When the job is completed, of course. Wake up. This is Quark you're talking to, remember?
They do kind of let Quark just like be shady on there and just keep on going.
Being in a Cardassian jail if I had...
Was that on purpose? Did she fall by accident? Come on.
If she moves too much, she could suffer permanent paralysis.
Did you see anybody behind her?
I just...
Oh yeah, maybe she was pushed.
Anyone else?
At the time of the accident.
No, just me. Just tidying up.
Lying.
Excuse me, I really must finish.
Not so fast, Quark. I want to take a look at that third floor.
They need a Betazoid on there to tell when people are lying.
Find something under his fingernails?
Not yet.
What are you looking for?
Confirmation of a theory, I hope.
Gross.
He would have injected the biocoded message directly into his victim's skin.
Ooh, what is that?
Microscopic generator.
You're suggesting he stored his consciousness in that thing?
Ew.
His last resort before death.
Will it show up in Kajada?
Now that we know what we're looking for, we should be able to confirm it with a glial scan.
Put his consciousness microscopically under his fingernail? Gross. That's so weird.
Where's Priman?
I thought he was with you.
I sent him to help you make the final security sweep.
He has not been here all morning.
Maybe it's him. Is it Oda?
We didn't mean to disturb you.
Not at all, gentlemen.
Oh,
I've been expecting you.
is that him? Is that the bad guy? He transferred to the doctor? Is that right?
Computer, location of Dr. Bashir.
Dr. Bashir is in the infirmary.
Took off his comms pin.
So I ran a diagnostic on all the systems that could shut down our whole defense array. And I found a glitch there.
A glitch.
This would have shut us down for close to an hour.
Long enough for him to grab that freighter and warp
Good
it
thing
to
you found it.
who knows where.
Say good job. To the wormhole.
Odo, maintain a visible contingent of security at Bay 8, but I'm sending the Narkova to the second backup. Bay 12.
What's going on with the doctor?
Commander, your Lieutenant Priman there just saved us all a lot of problems. Another subspace crossover that would have crippled us long enough for them to escape with your Diridium.
Good job, buddy.
Did you deploy a runabout
Sorry, I
to
doubted you.
escort the Narkova?
No.
How come the Rio Grande's going out to meet it?
Shuttle.
On screen.
They took a shuttle. The doctor's in there.
Who authorized access to the runabout Rio Grande?
Authorization access code 412.
Bashir.
Dr. Julian Bashir.
Immediately starts shooting. Shouldn't Quark get in a little bit of trouble for working with that guy?
The station has locked a tractor beam on us.
Ah.
But that's not possible.
Of course it's possible. Oh, because of his little thingy.
They're not. They're hailing us.
I like that shot of him.
What do you intend to do?
He's gonna go out blasting.
Ray O. Vantika is my name.
So weird to see him like that.
I want to talk to Dr. Bashir.
Unfortunately, he's not available at the moment.
What happened to his consciousness? Got just pushed down?
How do you humans say it? Fit as a
fiddle.
Looks rather good on me, don't you think? First, you must release your tractor beam.
I can't do that.
Never.
The tractor beam would rip apart your ship and you and everybody on board would be killed.
He doesn't care.
So if you care at all about the welfare of your doctor, you will release your holderness.
I think they have to.
We can't risk releasing Diridium into the system. Every populated area would have to be evacuated.
Oh.
I have an exact model of Vantika's neural energy patterns. If I can design an electromagnetic pulse to disrupt those patterns.
Well, you got like 30 seconds.
I'll give you as much as I can. On screen.
Have you decided?
So smug.
Far too ready to capitulate, Commander. Would you be planning a rescue attempt? Perhaps?
Keep him talking.
Prepare to go to warp.
No.
You've gone to great lengths to survive. I don't think you're ready to kill yourself.
I agree.
You are ready to risk spreading Duridium all over this system.
I hate how he talks.
You must be crazy. I want no part of this.
Just killed him anyway.
We're prepared to release the tractor beam. Dax!
Ready.
Do it!
Yes, yes, yes. Send that thing along the tractor beam. Say goodbye to your brain.
Bashir!
Yes?
Okay. Now beam him. Put the shields down.
Lower the shields.
What? What shield?
Just put the shields down, buddy. Oh, Fred. Come on.
The shields are down.
Get him out of there.
Energizing.
Beam. Now save his brain.
It's me.
Well, kind of. Was that necessary? Yeah, beam them there. So he's in there now?
I'm only reading human neural patterns. He's clear.
I'm sure that I know this, but what is Dax exactly? She's a scientist? She's got her science blues on. She's not a doctor, though.
Oh, I have the worst headache.
Same, actually.
Dr. Bashir, I'm so sorry for all of this.
It's not your fault.
There was no way for you to control what he was doing to you.
I'm afraid I don't remember it.
That's probably for the best.
Actually, I feel quite humiliated.
No one blames you, Doctor.
It was that.
Now take it and smash it.
May I assume that you've returned custody of the prisoner to me, Commander Sisko?
The prisoner, what's left of him?
Good.
She's gonna blow it up. That's also probably for the best. Okay, that was season 1, episode 9, and that one felt a lot like a TNG episode to me. That was very much a standard kind of TNG plot I would totally expect to see on that show, so it was a bit surprising to see it over here. And I gotta say, I was told so much that DS9 is not episodic, and it has narratives that carry all the way through, and so far I really haven't seen that. I have not seen that one little bit on this show, and like maybe that doesn't happen till season 2 or 3 or 4 or something, but it just, as far as where we are right now, 9 episodes in, it feels very much like TNG. We have kind of guest stars of the week who come on, and I don't expect to ever see them again, which is fine too. It's not to say it's a bad thing, it's just it's not what I was expecting, I think, just because so many people told me how different it's going to be than TNG. I feel like maybe they were kind of trying to make this another TNG, maybe at the start. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's a lot of the same writers, and it seems like maybe they took some stories that they didn't do on TNG and brought them over here and tried to do them. And okay, I don't really understand Quark's character, and I'm hoping for some clarity as we go forward. No spoilers from you guys, but I'm hoping for some clarity from the show on Quark, because like, shouldn't he get in trouble for his role in this episode? Don't you think? I mean, that wasn't cool, man. You know, I feel like he should face some consequences there, and he keeps kind of doing shady stuff, and they all know it. And I mean, Odo told him what was going on basically, and sort of baited him into doing something shady in this episode. I'm confused by his character, really. And a lot of people seem to really like Quark, or tell me like, don't judge him yet, you'll see he's lovable or whatever. But I mean, he seems shady to me. He seems real shady, especially in this episode. And I'm just getting the feeling though, like he doesn't face consequences. He can do whatever he wants, it seems like, and they don't care. I did think the most interesting part of this episode was probably the new Starfleet guy coming on, and having kind of that conflict with Odo, and then Odo and Sisko had that talk. That was like the little, very small B plot of this episode that I actually enjoyed more than the main plot, I think. And it kind of reminded me, I mean, I know it, he doesn't wear the Starfleet uniform, but Odo isn't Federation. So I like that we see on this show people who aren't Federation, and they all have to work together. It is a very different vibe, for sure. And then when I go back and watch TNG, it's so obvious that like they're all Federation, they all work together, and then occasionally we have people come in from the outside coming in, but like on the Enterprise everyone is Federation, and then on DS9 it's just a mishmash. It's everybody, and we have to work together. And I do think that Sisko does a good job of being diplomatic and helping people work together. He himself will defer to someone else if necessary. I think he's a good leader. I like him as a leader. He's smart, he's approachable. He's firm though, when he needs to be, he is firm. I like him, I want to see more from him. And right now I'm gonna head over and check out season 6, episode 16 of TNG. So head over there if you are watching with us in air date order. And otherwise, I'll be back next week with another DS9. Thank you guys so much for watching, I really appreciate it. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time too, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.